So this is my guidance video on how to juice in the morning for a healthier you. This is for you, Nate and Annie. Oops, I should have said Annie first, as always. I always use the Vita-mix, very powerful. It doesn't matter which model. I've been using this one for about 12, 13 years. And I'll get to the ingredients, but there's my awesome little container. I add about 1.5 cups of water, and that gives me enough for about 24 ounces of juice, and it's all blended together. So let's start with the ingredients. This is what I've been using for quite some time, and varying it a little bit when we don't have ingredients. But we've got a little crown of broccoli. It doesn't take much. It's a combination of all these. For those who don't like vegetables, you could blend it all together, and the sweet stuff really makes it taste good. Little crown of broccoli, a couple small slices of pineapple, fresh is better, celery, carrots, a radish, piece of ginger, not too much because it gets really tart, kind of funky. A beet, kind of sounds weird, but I would cut it up 1 slice smaller. Baby spinach, a handful. Blueberries, if they're in season, always put an apple in there. Really adds a nice flavor to it. And the banana. These combined will make it actually taste sweet. Surprisingly so. You want to blend it for long enough. I would always start with like about 1.5 cups of water, because that's going to really start it blending well. I always put the spinach in at the very bottom and kind of don't crush it down because it'll have difficulty blending it at first. So that's the start. There's optional ingredients. You can always add flaxseed meal, which I put in a little bit afterwards for Linda. You don't even have to blend it in until after it's all, the juice is finished. Then you scoop maybe a tablespoon or so. You could put your protein in here. The optional ones, there's a lot of optional ingredients you could throw in. For Nate, yep. If it's really bad, yep. Oh, no, don't do that. No. Would not recommend these. Yeah, no, don't do that. So I'll show you a quick, I'll stop it for a moment. No, I won't stop it. I'm just going to keep on rolling and see how this rolls. And you could always fast forward it. I'm cutting it all up prior to, so you could see that I'm just dropping them in. I wouldn't put any of these things in. Like I said, don't smash it down because it makes it tougher to actually blend. And if it gets stalled just a little bit, then you got to use your little plunger and push it in. And oop, dropped a blueberry. Can't have that happening. All right. You may want to mute it. We got the seal on top. You can see it blended there. I'm going to start it, and then I'm going to maybe pause it if I can and start up again. Well, start it on really low, so it gets rolling, and then you can see as the vegetables drop down, you can kind of crank it up a little bit, and then it just literally grinds it up. And you may want to just slow it, and then crank it up again. And all of a sudden, it just starts to take care of business. I'm going to pause it now. I'll show you the end.